I'm Vlad Docekal. I'm presently working as a vetting superintendent in RightShip since 2011. Before that, I was sailing from the junior officer to the rank of captain, more than 21 years. And I would like to tell you one very serious story about the unfortunate incidents which happened on one of the ships I was sailing as a third mate 30 years ago, actually in 1993. It was a small general cargo vessel with cranes, and we were sailing. We were going to load in Italy, and it was a very nice day in the July, Saturday afternoon, and captain decided that because of the favorable weather that we will do our lifeboat exercise, including with the lowering of the lifeboats. I have to stress that it was the era when the open top lifeboats were going to end, and all the ships and new ships were equipped with the fully enclosed lifeboats. So not so many experience among the people sailing on board of those new vessels with the new lifeboats. We start lowering the lifeboat with the 16 people on board, and they were using this automatic pull wire release. And it was supervised by the chief mate and by the bosun, who was in charge of the lifeboat davits. And it was agreement that once they will be waterborne, he will let know the second mate who was in charge of the lifeboat. But unfortunately, this wire starts to be tangled on the drum, and bosun has to abruptly stop the lowering of the lifeboat, and before he managed to tell to the second mate that they are not yet in the water, that they are stopping because of the entangled wire. In that moment, second mate thought that they are already waterborne, and he released the both hooks, and lifeboat fell from 4.5 meters to the water, and it was they were very lucky because it was simultaneously released both hooks forward and aft. They didn't remain hanging on one hook, which we are sometimes experiencing. So they were very lucky, but despite the fact that all people were properly fastened in their belts and on their seats, there were still injuries, One was more serious because we need to medevac the guy to the Italian hospital via Italian Navy, and another 3 they were only scratches and bruises, suffered only scratches and bruises. But the more dangerous was the fact that there were also 3 young guys, deckhands, who were first time on board, and they later on became a little bit under traumatic shock, and they feel very big distrust to life-saving appliances. Further investigation revealed that the root cause was combination of technical glitch within the lifeboat, because there was bypassed the hydrostatic lock, which was closed by the particular valve. Unfortunately, there was wrongly exercised lifeboat management, lifeboat lowering management from the onboard crew, and also the miscommunication between the person in charge of the lifeboat and person in charge of the davit operations. Company made a very extensive investigation and issued the safety circular, which was properly disseminated across the remaining fleet, especially to those vessels which have the similar lifeboat arrangements. And it was later on revealed that there were 4 sister vessels, and another one from those 4 vessels has the same problem since she left shipyard. And luckily, these similar incidents were never repeated in that fleet. I took a very good lesson from this one, as a young officer, and later on when I became captain, I was always very careful when we have this lifeboat exercises. And I brought this experience with me to the RightShip, and I'm using it whenever I came across the incident related to lowering of the lifeboats or any incidents with the lifeboat. And this experience helps me with doing my decision and assessing the incident.